I got a song. If Ryan decides to come and sing with me, I can't see. The light's bright, and I got the Vampire King of Nazareth walking away. Anyway, we're gonna do a song, and then Sabrina's gonna have some spoken word for us, because we've been gone this whole time, and you maybe aren't aware why Sabrina's here, and you're about to find out why Sabrina's here. She has a saga for us tonight. She is the Supreme. So this song is called Opening Act, and we're gonna take it away. If I don't, just where my your hat. Hello. Okay, cool. We good, I think. If the mix is off, I'm sorry, I'm busy playing, I can't fix it. Let me get one more sip of water, So this is a great song, everybody loves it. Doesn't get a lot of airplay though, but it's funny because it's not super complicated in any way, shape, or form, and yet it eludes me like when you're trying to close like a whole Rubik's Cube side, or maybe the second side, and you're like, I should be able to get this by now. and yet weird things happen, I don't know. And then, so today we worked on some little spice, backing vocal wise, it'll come a little later in the song. And I play a little differently every time, I don't know, but it's opening act, it's perfect. I'm opening for the Acts of the Apostles. Yeah, that's good. spend. Warming up the crowd takes audacity and tact. Am I someone you love? Are you someone I love? Don't look now, the headliner's leaving out the back while the crowd's going wild for the opening act. Yeah, the crowd's going wild for the opening act. For the opening Alright. Thanks, y'all. Sabrina,
Yes, sir.
your presence is requested. So, Sabrina's gonna come up here. She's gonna move you with words. She's gonna make you feel things you did not know you were feeling and are not prepared to feel, possibly. And then Mr. Dave Toenails will be taking the stage. Davey Toenails. You may use this microphone. Do you want me to take it off the stand, or are you gonna?
Let's just do it like this. We'll just leave it on, because God, give me strength.
Should be large.
We're in a church. It feels appropriate.
Experience that light for a second. Just stare at
Yeah. Experience the red light.
that one.
Yep. Hi, everybody. So I had a set prepared for you guys. I was gonna start with swear words, kick it off really nice and hard tonight, but then Ian went through my whole Substack the other day, and this is Confessionals, right? So I have some confessions. So I have prepared an entire saga for you guys. It is called Love Square. I am going to tell you guys exactly what's been going on my mind lately with some new works. And I might go over a little bit for this first one, but I'm gonna try to keep the rest of these sets about 5 minutes long. Has anybody here ever fallen or started to fall in love and it kind of made you physically ill? And you're like, am I a healthy person?
Yes!
So this is occurring to me, and because of it, I have self-sabotaged a million ways possible. So we're gonna start off with something I wrote about myself, and then I'm gonna kick it off. It's called Onions. Trying to find what's so unappetizing. There's a smell in the storage somewhere. The cook's not in the kitchen. It's been left in ruin, and the neighbors are starting to stare. The dishes have piled, water's shut off, but somebody's here, I swear. Hello, hello, is anyone around? They were, but I think they drowned in a pit of their own despair. Okay, sick. The next one is called Be Not So Cringy, and that's kind of how, I love you guys a lot, and so often I get up on stage and I do things with you guys, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe I said that. It's extremely easy for me to share things with you guys on stage, but if I was in person with you, I would not be able to say things. So, this is called Be Not So Cringy. What are you so afraid of? Everything. Be not so cringy and gross. Stop telling people your entire expose. But they love it. No, they don't. Be less insufferable and needy. Stop screaming into internet posts. But I'm fine. No, you're not. Be more present and aware. Stop checking your phone and talking about them. But I can't stop. Yes, you can. Be not so indecisive, left or right, it's not that hard. But what if I choose wrong? You might. I'm scared. How does anyone be anything at all, so close to perfection, but so far? Woo! All right.
You gotta give us a moment to applaud.
Okay. So the next one is gonna kick off how this started. This is called They're Married. Fucking Substack. Okay. Have you ever looked someone in the eyes and known in that exact moment that you must have known them forever? That fate aligned your meeting not once but twice, unwilling. I shook your hand and a smile twisted across our faces as I tried to understand why I felt so comfortable in your grace. Smile so big it lights up the room and you have no ring on your finger. I just heard you perform, so maybe it's a slight linger. For your soul, your vulnerability, ooh, I breathe in the possibility. My spinning, drifting head to new places, halted by this fear that nothing lasts. And there's probably already someone in your grasp, someone you like, who likes you back. Maybe even love if you've gotten that far. Every little breakup, every battle scar comes pulling to my surface. So I think I'll just say hi. Let this maybe could be love pass me by. Or maybe I'll just like their Instagram post on the way home. This is my biggest hype man right here. Okay, I love it when poets do this, so I prepared this for you guys. This is how we're gonna finish this set. I wrote this literally on this paper, non-edited, and then I found it the other day and I was like, oh. No title. Maybe I don't love myself, a sentence I know I've crossed before. Is it wrong to want to give it a rest? Put down the pen, stop running in the race, and travel west? I never feel like I am caught up enough, always comparing myself to others. Man, I wish I could do that. This mind was meant for, I don't know what this mind was meant for except constant reflection. A database of every moment, every choice, every mishap. Things I knew were beyond my control, it latches on and can't let go. What does the future hold? We'll never know. I was too busy overthinking. It's easier to think about less trivial topics like love, until I can't understand why anyone would want me. You say you're interested, and suddenly the thought of you is frightening, because I will not add up. And it will be my fault. I will lose myself trying to be better than what I am not sure. Worthy of love? Do I truly believe that? How and why? Because I am so loving, but this is all I have to offer. Love, resilience, survival. These are the only skills I have, how to be used and useful and helpful and focused solely on the fixation. But you are not fixation. You are the standard I hold others to. But I fall apart. I am messy and unorganized, often living to be loved. So the first person we have up is Dave. Dave is awesome. He runs and hosts Ghostlight. Without Ghostlight and him coming there every Tuesday and doing that for us, I wouldn't have a home. I've met everybody that is here for me here. My own family doesn't come to stuff, but you guys all came here to see us, and that means so much to me. So thank you, and Dave.
Literally.
We're gonna be okay.
We're gonna be okay. Sabrina has a gift for making me feel things and just surprising me with the things she writes to me are so grounded. They're not this esoteric exercise in cleverness, they're just an experience. And the way that she's grown as a performer over the last year of seeing her perform, all the expressions you brought tonight and the breaths and the moments and the actions, they were just, you're guiding us through the piece, and like on top of the emotions that her pieces bring out for me, just seeing the way that she's grown so much as a performer, and really, because she'll always say stuff like, "Oh, I do just spoken word." I'm like, it's not just the effort you put into it goes from just to wherever you want to fucking go. You're a performer, you're an artist, and you truly commanded the stage with that tonight, and I'm just so proud of you.
Thank you.
Dave, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So, Dave's band, Border Patrol. He was the front man of the erstwhile band. Dave is an amazing songwriter, amazing host, amazing human being. Dave's gonna be playing his set. We got about 25 minutes of Dave. Cherish every second of it. He's so good. I'm going to, after I drink some water and some crank for a second, I'm gonna contribute some harmonies on the choruses because I listen to their music all the time. So
My top 10 Spotify.
yes.
Me too. Actually, you're my third on title.
This room is like most of my Spotify plays. Thank you very much. After 25 minutes of this, you'll be ready for something else. So.
No.
No, this is lovely, and again, a little ominous just staring at the red light up here on stage. If you haven't been up here yet, just letting you know now, it's like, I don't know, prophetic in a way, just staring like a train head on. And again, I don't know why it's red, the light, but it does make it feel more ominous wherever.
That was my art direction, actually.
Beautiful.
Yes, that's true.
All right, guys. Yeah, Ian. Again, let's give it up for Ian because. So hard at work with this song. I know we all feel the same way about just how fortunate we are to get to be a part of a community like this, and the fact that the community travels. You know, it's not just going on Tuesdays or going to any one specific place. Like, it is not bound to a physical structure. This is like a living, breathing organism, and it's just nice to get to see the support that all of you have for each other. And like, I feel the same way whenever people get up here on stage, especially having gotten to see so many of you progress as artists and just grow with your craft. Like, it's really freaking cool. And so I'm just grateful to not have to be working this time and actually just get to like perform.
Woo!
I like
Go,
to start with
Dave!
this one a lot. Ian and I are gonna kind of just wing it, so it's gonna work. The good days are easy. Alarm clock will wake me the first chime. The bus comes as scheduled. I'll get where I'm going in good time. Everything's come up the way you'd explain when you reach in your pocket and find perfect change. Not even angry, you just gave the teller your last dime. The men in the coney chatter over coffee and unwind. Laughing and smiling like eggs over easy were good wine. Laminate countertop seats wrapped in vinyl. At home all the mail says the notice is final. Here in the diner it feels like there's nothing but time. But there's no way of knowing how long it'll last. Outside it's sunny, but clouds rolling fast. The plane's in the air every moment, right up to the crash. The tired TV anchor reports that it's worse than we'd first thought. The planet's still warming, the ocean's been rising, the farm's bought. The death toll's uncertain, the Arctic's receding, the Nazis are back and Jeff Bezos is breathing. Somewhere a classroom is praying that those weren't gunshots. But there's no way of knowing rolling fast, the planes in the air, every moment right up to the crash. The bomb hits the ground and then everyone's gone in a flash. Oh, the walk home seems longer, the streets nearly empty the whole way. There's lights in the houses, I walk through the alley where kids play. And off in the distance I hear someone yelling, aroma of dinner drifts over the dwelling. Just for a moment, so clear then it's fading away. But oh, what a moment it was for a moment today.
Yeah, I think you got it.
This one's by request. The road ahead is trouble, never gonna end. Pick me up with a shovel, I said, would you be my friend? That's why I cannot love you, baby, I'm a grave digging man. No, the path we ride is heavy. Get rest while you can. Signal when you're ready, we'll saddle up again. The days are always shorter with a grave digging man. The sun hangs low and lonely at the base of the sky. My always faithful shovel, he ain't never asked why. When the moon comes up, we're digging a trench for your soul. Baby, I'm a grave digger, my heart is a hole. No, the night is coming quickly. The sky is black and tan. And girl, you're looking sickly. I think a fever's setting in. Your sickness looks so pretty to a grave digging man. The sun hangs low and lonely at the base of the sky. My always faithful shovel, he ain't never asked why. When the moon comes up, we're digging a trench for your soul. Baby, I'm a grave digger, my heart is a hole. Roads will always wander, feet will always walk.
It's hard to find things to add to Dave, especially when he's Daving. But now, I've been waiting to do this song with Dave since his birthday.
I'm a sucker for harmony. I need always more harmony than can ever reasonably logistically be added to a song without rolling up on a stage 5 or 6 deep. So the fact that Ian is willing to come up here and add a little bit is always more volume on his side.
Don't worry.
This one's easy to sing along with at the end at least. So just follow Ian's lead. I had a plan and in my head it was a good one. I had a plan and in my head it seemed just fine. I'd simply say goodbye to those I love at Christmas, and then come home and blow the meat out of my mind. When I returned, the room was still riddled with rubbish. When I returned, the room was only as before. But somewhere between broken bottles and the mattress, I found the will to keep my brains off of the floor. A little bit better, still bad. A little bit better, still bad. Days come and go, got nothing to show. You still might be better off dead. Went to work and tried to focus on the future. I went to work and tried to focus on the screen, but every task I took on seemed to leave me lower. So I browsed the news and drank too much caffeine. The more I sat, the more my mind made pins and needles. The more I sat, the more the dread dug in my chest. I fantasize of all the ways that I would end it, from the safety of my swivel chair and desk. A little bit better, still bad. A little bit better, still bad. You called your family today, had nothing to say, but you didn't give in to the dread. I woke up and stared for hours at the ceiling. I woke up and stared for hours at the wall. I didn't feel remorse for not wanting to be here. I didn't feel too much of anything at all. But there was nothing that could hurt me in that moment, and there was nothing for me in the life I knew. In that moment, something unexpected happened. I would have nothing, something grew. A little bit better, 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 a little bit better. Thanks, guys.
Welcome to my car.
It always, and again, I'm sure everyone sort of in this room sort of is familiar with the feeling, but there's just nothing better than when other people know your stuff well enough to sing along at all, care enough to listen long enough to learn words or anything like that. It's just a feeling that I will never tire of, and I appreciate anytime people do.
I don't know the words well, but it's amazing. I mean, you can know it isn't my favorite. Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Dave mentioned being a raised Catholic. I was a raised Catholic, so just to be in a space like this, all sorts of flashbacks and memories and things like that. So this is sort of my, song for the same sort of thing he was talking about. Sometimes I smoke to calm my nerves. Sometimes I smoke because it's what my lungs deserve. But I've done exceptionally well at peddling my sadness, getting high off what I sell. I'll blame it on the chemicals, surrender to the tentacles. I swear I'll quit tomorrow. For now there's time to kill. Sometimes I drink to pass the time. Sometimes I drink to muddy up a restless mind. I have been fashioning a shrine, empty cans and empty courses, this vanity of mine. I'll blame it on the alcohol, bad habits, bad cholesterol. Will never say for certain, why I lack the wherewithal. I'll blame it on old Catholic guilt, on blood we drank and wine we spilled. I'll say that I was born imperfect, so this is just the way I'm built. I'll blame it on society, surrender my sobriety, and you can pass the bottle, but don't pass the buck to me. Stop glamorizing it and just admit you're full of shit. It's time you face the truth. You poor excuse for wasted youth. Stop glamorizing it and just admit you're full of shit. It's time you face the truth. You poor excuse for wasted youth. You poor excuse, you're wasted. Ian, of course, providing the keyboard parts in there via whistle. That's the only downside to I love playing solo. I love doing anything where it's an excuse to get up and play music for people. But when you get a song put together well enough and you play it with a band and then you have all these parts, it's never not missing those parts then when I play it alone. And so it's just nice to have at least elements of that there still. Like he mentioned, the band that I played with for a number of years there was called Border Patrol. We put 2 records out before that project kind of finally was put to bed. They're both out there on Bandcamp if you just look up borderpatrol.bandcamp.com. It's just me and a lovely group of Canadians. I think they're up there. I don't know if they're up there for free. They should be for free at this point. I need to probably go change that. But they're on Spotify and all that stuff too.
You want to hear something funny? So when I was 19, me and my best friend went to go see a show in Ann Arbor, and the band was Border Patrol. And I asked her today, I was like, "Do you remember this guy?" And she was like, "Yes." So,
We only did that. That was only one show that we ever played.
It's crazy.
And we managed to catch it. That is wild. Yes. So part of the reason why I decided to do this again is because, like Dave was saying, you don't really ever want to be or emulate somebody else. And a lot of times I'm always like, my poetry isn't good enough because it's always about romance. It's always about love. That's just who I am. I'm a lover girl. So I was like, fuck it, let's just give it all we got. So the next confession I have, this one that I'm ashamed of, is because I thought I had no chance with the person that I liked, I started dating their best friend. So this next set is a little bit about that.
All right.
I'm so sorry, please kill me.
This is
No judgment, we're confessing things.
well, yeah, exactly. There's no judgment in the confessional. That's the whole point. This is literally the greatest thing ever. FYI.
So to open up, one of these days, someone's gonna ask me how I'm feeling. And rather than have a novel of complexities, a trillion ideas and thoughts I'm attempting to process, fine is something I might actually mean. So the first one is called Margarita Thoughts.
Mm.
Cinco de Mayo, yeah, you picked this. Ian picked this sandwich, by the way. Cinco de Mayo, your eyes were green like your shirt, tacos getting cold, speaking between lines and thoughts, sharing everything except how we feel. Okay, I did that.
Woo! Yes! I know we're eagerly awaiting, but I want to make sure we're also.
So the next one is called Kept My Hands to Myself. And it's about how I decided to take myself out of the narrative because I was like, I'm not going to date anybody till June. Or even think about dating people till June. I need to focus on myself. And that's what really all of this is about, is it's about me. So the next poem is called Kept My Hands to Myself. I'm really proud of this poem, but really ashamed. The cookie jar sat there untouched as I paced back and forth in front of it, greedy and hungry. Don't touch it, I kept telling myself. Those cookies are not for you. But I kept pacing in front of it until the jar fell and the lid popped off. I can't be at fault for the 2 chocolate chip cookies that rolled out onto the table in front of me, asking to be eaten. Maybe I could just take one and satiate my appetite. But which one? They're both grade A chocolate chip cookies, and they've been in the jar together. Like a pair, it'd be unfair to pick one, to separate the 2. I could go out, get a pack of oatmeal raisin. I've eaten like 1 million of those. No one ever wants them, and the taste is slightly bitter, but at least I know the only throat burning will be mine when I swallow it down, devouring. I devour these 2 in an instant. My stomach is acid, waiting to destroy. Already having tried everything, including the kitchen sink, now waiting to be upchucked. The poisonous and unfulfilling food from before has made me cautious to eating anything at all. I am now starving myself, yet pacing back and forth in front of this cookie jar, hoping a cookie would fall out. And now there's 2. Sensation over substance, substance over sensation. There is time to decide, but things can also expire, and I am ravenous with anxiety, but also definitely going to throw up, and should therefore pass on the cookies altogether until later on and hope that either one is still there, once the air has cleared and my stomach has settled. I'm very supportive of eating all the cookies, and I appreciate that. Thank you guys for helping me make decisions in life. So this last one is something that I wrote, and I'm not even sure that I even agree with it or not, but we're going to close it out with this. I think you want me to say no. It'd be in my control and not your fault if love evades you. But I won't say no. I'll say worse. I'll say, not right now.
Woo!
I'm so sorry. Thank you, Ian, for giving me the space to do this. Next up, we have Emily Rose, who I have heard her name 1,000,000 fucking times. Everyone loves you, and I cannot wait to hear you today. Wherever you are, I can't see shit. So give it up for Emily.
Track in a old home, in the parlor of an old home in Detroit, right?
Yeah.
And the tape wobble, that's like natural tape wobble, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're into recording artifacts and just like vintage recording and analog stuff, it's cool to check it out and hear like what an actual wobble, tape wobble in an analog recording sounds like. otherwise, she's been making music in the Detroit area for a good minute here, and also hosts Ghost Night at the Ghost Light at the Ghost Light, where she leads a band performing music by deceased artists. Let's welcome to the stage Emily Rose.
Emily!
Hello, everyone. Wow.
Right.
Yeah. I have seen the light.
It was wrapped up like a deuce as well.
Well, it's really nice to be here. It's like, I feel like when I get a chance to hear people sharing like really vulnerable work that they've written, whether it's poems or songs, it feels like they're whispering their secrets into your ear, and it just, it's always like a privilege to be witness to somebody else's like internal world. And so I'm really grateful to you all who've shared your stuff tonight with me. It makes me feel closer to you all. And it's really, give it up for yourselves. You've been wonderful. You've done a great job. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. No crumbs. So, none, not a single one. I'm going to start with a song that I wrote maybe last year sometime called Alvaro.
A rose was thrown into the ring. A trumpet played a proud warning. The afternoon of Alvaro's last kill. His heroes all had battle scars. Stoic portraits on cigarette cards conquered death. Courage, force, and skill. What does it take to be a man? Brute force or a gentle hand? Face fear without a teardrop rolling down. A woman's face went handkerchief white. Another's flushed and primed for the night. Alvaro in his suit of lights went flying. His arms could move, but he never would stand. Every dream someday ends in dying. What does it take to be a man? Struggle with it or struggle with it. Face fear without a teardrop rolling down.
Okay.
Hello? Is that you, Alvaro? This is really dramatic, isn't it? Let's give it up for Ian.
He knew what had been done to him was just as we had done to them. Centuries of sins to repay still. He plunged his sword into its sheath. No honor there left to bequeath. The aftermath of Alvaro's last kill. What does it take to be a man? Go to sleep or take a stand, face fear with all them teardrops rolling down. Face fear with all them teardrops rolling down.
Churches are like just places where things happen.
Oh. Oh.
There's, you know, like there's a thin veil in a church. And y'all, it is a new moon tonight. So things are happening. Let's just lean in, right? Just lean in. It's a new moon, right? Not a full moon. It's a new moon. Taurus. Where are my astrology people at? Well, this one's a bit confessional, I suppose. This is a tune I wrote called Leave My Room. I wrote it to encourage myself to leave my comfort zone a little more. And then, as soon as I wrote it, and I was gonna release it, COVID happened, and everyone was like, "Stay in your room." I was just gonna leave, though.
If I saw beauty in the defects, it would be easier, I guess, to finish what I came here to do. Take my spirit all around, big cities, little towns, listen to stories, tell a few. But I can't leave my room till I lose 10 pounds, till I read this book that's gonna help my self-esteem get better again. Once I've been rebirthed, when I'm more rehearsed, I'll be ready then. If I could hear the crap I'm spewing, I'd notice what I'm doing. Classic sabotage in the first degree. Sure, it's good to come prepared. At this point, I'm just scared of being judged, mostly by me. So I won't leave my room till I lose 10 pounds, till I write the song that proves I'm really not a fraud. I swear, when Mercury comes out of retrograde, after I get a logo made, I'll be ready. What if I jump? If I trust? If judgment is lonely's cry for love, and if my defects are in on a big secret that perfect is not relatable enough. And if I don't show up at all, then maybe I am already small, as I think I need to be. So I'm leaving my room, leaving my room. I'll see you soon, 'cause I'm leaving my room.
Sounds okay out there, yeah?
Oh, it sounds great.
It's going all right. All right.
Emily Rose, everybody. Emily.
Yeah!
I think, okay, so there's so many words, and when I say them, it's embarrassing to Emily because I am such a super fan, and she doesn't want to hear about it anymore. And that's like a very over the top. But, so I'm just going to say one more thing, and then we're going to move on. And that is that watching Emily perform up here, I think for all of us like acoustic singer-songwriter people, it's like just getting a master class in what we can't, not to be like Emily, but just the level of professionalism and thoughtfulness, but then also being goofy and funny too, on top of just delivering a ridiculous, it stretches the limits of probability in a non-deterministic universe for a performance so consistent to exist. Like with what we know about quantum physics, it's extremely unlikely. And yet, so Sabrina's gonna come back up because she has more to confess.
Yes!
And after Sabrina, we're gonna have Rico Finesse on the stage.
Yeah!
Because I knew that, we gotta get Dave, get Pump, and we get Emily, and we think a lot, and we feel a lot. And then I need Rico to come in here and just I just need to get up on my feet for a minute. And I just wanna say, I think I'm gonna kind of intro Rico a little bit now, and then I'll get Sabrina up. So I want to tell you how I met Rico. I had never actually seen him perform, but back in November, I was the ARC in Ann Arbor has a thing where if you bring 5 people, you can get on the open mic list. And it's the ARC, so it's quite popular. And I was like, I'm gonna bring a bunch of people, Dave. Like I can spot you some people, and we can get up and do that. And he was like, oh, since you have so many people, this guy Rico should come and perform with us. And I'm like, okay, whatever, let's do it. And so we get there and everything, and it's Dave and I and Rico, and we they didn't have the adapter to plug his phone in for his backing track. And so 10 minutes before he was about to go on stage, we went out in the hallway and just figured some stuff out, and it was one of the most fun times I've had on stage, just because I really got off on the challenge of it, of just the improbability of my music combined with Rico's music on the stage at the Arc with 10 minutes to prepare. But what we did together, like, that's when I knew I had to get him back for a show like this, because the talent of, like, his rhythm is just like, I was like playing guitar and everything, and he was so spot on. I was like, okay, this dude's like, one, really talented, and two, just has like an insane work ethic because he has it all put together, and we just locked in. And that doesn't happen without like a lot of work to just develop your talent to that degree. So anyway, I just wanted to share that because I think Rico is really cool guy. I'm really excited to get him up here. I'm really excited to hear his music again and hear it with his proper backing track where he's not relying on me freestyling on my guitar. But rewind, because we got Sabrina now. I've got to see what happened with those cookies or whatever's happening next. She's got a lot to confess.
So, never heard Emily before, but let's give it up for Emily again, because holy shit. Yeah, that was I don't know where you are, but that was fantastic. So, I was gonna save this to the end, but I feel like I should preface this a little bit. This is gonna make it sound like I hate myself. Are you guys still here with me? I actually the opposite. I've been playing guitar more often. I've been doing stuff for myself and writing a lot, and I think I'm falling in love with myself a little bit, which is a great thing. But I also still don't, and one of those reasons is because, here we go, confession number 3. I am an SLA. If you don't know what that is, it's Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous. I'm not sure which one is worse. Probably both. But it gets me into a lot of situations. So I was like, last August, I was like, it was my birthday, and I listened to some dude talk like 12 minutes into it just about himself, and I was like, whoa, I have a problem. So I checked in, been working on it, had a little bit of an issue a little bit while back, and I wrote this poem called Why? And it just kind of surfaces how I feel about a lot of things. So before I take up too much time, I'll just kind of jump into it, but before that, I have a little excerpt that I wrote for it. So this is called Inside Me. It bothers me so much that you were inside me, every single almost, maybe, and before. The walls and the halls of my thoughts, in between my thighs, tracing lines, curating lies with the same lips used to kiss life. And then this is why. So a lot of my friends really like this poem, and that's why I felt like I had to bring it to you guys today. I feel like it's all I'm good for, but I also just can't help myself. Try to wrap my mind around why, but I can't seem to come up with anything. Just breathing, trying to survive myself and the choices that I make. I'm reflecting upon everything. Do the work, they say. When does the work start working differently? So far, all I've got is, I hate my father, obviously. Is that what drives me to do these things? The hole never closed, apparently I'm still filling, figuratively and literally swallowing the world. Is that why I carry so much? Is that why I need so much noise? Have I felt insatiable because of this void? Or is it darker now? Have the years layered on mistrust and avoidance? Is this real life, or am I a delusionist? I wish I had the answers, a key to unlock. It doesn't seem fair now that I can't feel love. Having been deprived for so long, I want it too bad. My system's given up, being alone is all that I have. My sense of self, my pride, they all get pushed to the wayside the second I see something I want mine. I fight tooth and nail, even when it's proven that in the other hands of the other party it would fail. Reject me and you'll get far. As I've said, breakups and battle scars. Have they left me unaware, choosing love bombing to indifferent aloofness? Lovers who would show you their world just to close the gates, left sitting outside while someone hides behind the murk holding your flowers? You can't see it. You'd rather be alone or treated like shit. But why? Why am I like this? Why do I accept it? Why do I say yes? Why do I need it now when before it didn't exist? I feel nothing until they enter my space, content, lively. Sabrina is so fun, sure, check my text timing. I get burned out, I like my space, but I let them invade, take parts of my soul, open wide and hand over control. Where yesterday I was fine, I am now vying for more pain, a glutton for punishment because you bothered in and tasted the fruit but didn't buy. Why just a bite? Why not the whole thing? Can they smell that I'm rotting? Outside I'm so pretty, so free, inviting. Inside I'm hollow, negative, and flighty. I'm tired and traumatized. A vortex sucks me down into a wasteland where for a week I'll internalize and bleed. So I just keep feeding it. Karaoke, open mics, poetry, websites, books, marijuana, alcohol, and sex. Love is worse than all of the rest. The way I love is wrong, twisted, and stained, but I can feel the difference between desire and disdain. I can feel the distance even when they're close. I can feel when I throw myself to performance like a rose. And there's this girl, she lives far, categorically miles and miles, but from another country, makes everything better. She helps me smile. If I could love like that, I would sacrifice so much, because I know that in return they would always fill my cup. I would never feel expendable, optionable, or unwanted. I would never feel uncertain or freak out as often. I would feel safe, my system secure. I wouldn't have to ask to be reassured. She would just love me, or maybe you could. I don't trust myself anymore, because it all starts to look good once the screaming to run kicks in. Or would it finally be different? I'm content with being alone and having a friend. Relationships are bullshit, terrifying and tricky. You start off with their favorite colors, now you can tell when they're lying. So why, please tell me why, I keep trying.
Yes! Woo! Woo! Yes! Hear it more.
Probably not trusting myself. All right, so next up we have Rico, who I've never met before. I'm very excited to see. So give it up for him. Rico, come up here and get your started.